Shalom, this is Judah J. Now, if you haven't been under a rock and you've been on social media lately, you've seen, whether you're a black man, a black woman, a white man, a white woman, whoever you are, there's been a concerted push on a lot of your popular social media channels to speak against the black woman. Now, when I say speak against the black woman, a lot of these channels are speaking actually truth about things that the black woman in these modern times have done, actions, ways in which they have portrayed, in which they're carrying out, that is going against their own men. You have videos on a lot of different popular YouTube channels where they're talking about doing an expose on the black woman, where she is the welfare queen, or she basically kicks the man out the house, or gets a man from the ghetto, and the man doesn't really have much that he is living for too much. He's just living off of her, relies on her for finances. He's possibly living a deplorable lifestyle, a wrong lifestyle, maybe in a gang, maybe he doesn't have a job, and he's just freeloading, right? And a lot of the time, these men, they have other children from past relationships. So basically, they're saying in these videos that the black woman, and they're trying to, of course, generalize, stereotype all black women by doing this. That's their goal, right? They're saying black women are choosing just these types of men. That's what they're attracted to, because these men are fun, they're adventurous, and they're protectors, because they're a lot of times these types of men are rough around the edges. A lot of times these men came from upbringings which did not have a two-parent home. A lot of times these guys, they had to fend for themselves out in the streets, and they pretty much were possibly raised by a single parent mother, right? And we know that in a household that is functioning, that is stable, that is strong, you need two parents. And of course, the agenda of this nation and of the world was to destroy the black family, so that two-parent structure was not in the home. So now the woman basically had the burden of raising the child. But also, because of the laws that were passed here in this country, they gave the black woman, incentives to push her towards getting rid of the black man. So they said, well, if you have kids, then we're going to structure the child care, the child services, to where you will be able to get a certain amount of money for each child that you have, right? You'll also be able to get housing. You'll also be able to have food. You have an EBT card. You'll be able to get this certain amount of financial sustenance every month, which will support you. But the caveat is the man cannot be in the house. The man can't be in the house. So you can't just be having someone that's living with you in that house, that man receiving these benefits that you have been given by the government. So the woman is getting all this money, right? She's getting all this money from the government to support her negative behaviors, which would say, and this is just human nature, I don't have to worry about, if I get pregnant by a man, that I won't be taken care of. So because I know that I will be supported by my white daddy, my pale-faced daddy, then, and I'm not racist, that's just the structure of this country, right? They're on the top and everyone else is on the bottom. But because the black woman, this is just my take, she knows she will be supported by her white daddy. So why not take advantage of being promiscuous? Why not take advantage of going out and taking your choice, looking around and seeing, what type of man do I want? Oh, this guy is built. This guy he looks really good. This guy's dangerous, so he's fun. This guy's adventurous. He may not have a job. He may be a gang member. He may have a record, may be in jail. Not going against nobody in jail, but because that happens to a lot of us sometimes. But like this person doesn't have much to offer to the table, or to sustain a relationship. But the woman, because she's in this position of power, right? She goes out and says, I'll just go and get my choice, right? And the society has been made now to where the woman has been so sexualized. Every race of woman has been overly sexualized. So basically a man looks at a woman with any type of body and he wants her because you want to fulfill that sexual desire that this world and these spirits that have now been brought up from the kingdom of Satan fill the world, and on your television screen, on your radio, talking about sexual things, sexual promiscuity, do this. Oh, you're not a man if you don't have sex with this woman. You're not considered a real man if you haven't had a whole bunch of women, a whole list of women that you've had sex with. So men will go for anybody. And a woman, she doesn't even have to look that good. She don't have to look all that good. She don't have to have a big, she don't got to have no BBL type backside. She doesn't have to have the best looks. She can just be someone that is interested in a man. And that man will, if she's interested and he thinks he got a shot to go the extra mile with her, he will. And that man don't have to be anything special. And she don't, to her, she can just go out to have fun. Go out to the club and do whatever she wants. So then what happens, she ends up having these kids. And these kids and these seeds are now filling the world. Filling the world. You don't check and see who the people are you sleep with, and then you end up having these kids with people that have all of these backgrounds, these histories that are not probably the best histories. Their family probably has a whole bunch of issues, generational curses, all these things. And then you go out, the woman, I'm just talking to the black woman right now. She goes out and sees, because she has her choice of any man she wants. And if she look good, oh my gosh, she can take her choice. And she's now supported by the government. They give her finances. They give her anything she wants to continue this evil behavior. Put the man on child support, have him paying his whole life to fulfill this bill. And I'm not saying that the man is not he has to not be held accountable, because the man, he doesn't have to go to that woman's house or take her to his house. He is sexually charged because of this environment, because of this society that is just sexualized women to the point where, hey, any woman I can get. And a woman, she is taking advantage of that. She's seen that she can have benefits and have control over her house, her household, have control over, they've given her incentives to go to college. They've given her more loans. They've given these black women, these opportunities that a lot of time us black men don't get. So then the power structure is the woman is the head, right? She's the one that makes the cinnamon, and the man's at home playing Madden, eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch on the couch. And if he gets out of line and says anything to her which is not right or makes her upset, guess where he's going? He's out the door. And she has no worries. There's no, oh, the money's didn't stop. The money's not stopped because you got the kids in the house. And for each kid that woman has in the house, that's money. So then she goes and she gets her nice house, saves up her money, gets her nice clothes, gets her nice car, saves her money enough where she can better herself and go to college, right? While the black man's out there continuing the cycle, going from woman to woman, anyone that'll take him really. I'm talking about just the normal black guy. Because the normal black guy is held down by a whole bunch of systemic racism. Black women too. We're all held down by systemic racism. But no one, and I mean no one, is held down more by systemic racism in this country than the black man, because that is done on design. Because if you destroy the man, you take the man out and destroy that man, then that whole house will fall. So we, as our families, have been broken apart. Now the woman is at the head of the structure, and that's not the way God has made the structure. The man is the head, the woman is the helpmeet. I'm sorry. That is in order for the system to operate correctly. Think about a computer system. In order for the system to operate correctly, you have to have the right information put into the system. The information is the word of God. That's the thing that keeps the whole system going. Now, the word of God says in order for this system to operate correctly, you have to have the man at the top of the structure. For whatever reason, we are at the top, at the head. It's God, the man, and then the woman, right? That's the way it is. So when that structure is out of balance, and you have the woman at the head and the man somewhere down here, it's going to fall apart. Now, check it. You got the government that now, this goes to the video. The government now has gotten the black woman alone. So the black woman is alone in dangerous times now. Times that you look outside, you see how it's more violent now. A woman just got hit in the head with a brick, and she set it all up. She did that on purpose. Anyways, but that stuff right there, they have placed the woman in the position of a man. And when you do that, You say, I want to be like a man. I want to be treated like a man. I want to be considered to I can do everything a man can do. Okay, well, society on purpose, because they set it up this way, is now going to treat you like a man. What they're going to do is make you, like you are finding out now, fend for yourself with about 9 or 10 kids in your house that you have to take care of. And now you don't have any support, any protection. When people start losing their money with the economy falling apart, people start losing their ability to find housing, and everybody's getting homeless. Now you got people trying to break in people's houses, and here you are, this single black woman. Feminism, single black, we strong. We it's so corny. We're strong. We don't need a man. You were taught that. See, I'm not against the black woman. You were taught that. We were taught to be these thugs, to be these people just to go out and have sex with anybody, to lead with our junk, to lead with our package or whatever. You guys were propped up to go and have a bunch of children, not worry about any consequences, because now you got the abortion that you can do. You have you can abort the child. You can do things like get a whole bunch of money from Section 8. You can get a whole bunch of food from EBTs and stuff. You get a whole bunch of tax returns from having all these kids, and you always know set time each year that you're going to be able to get a whole bunch of more money back. So this cycle continues, and now the black woman is I'm talking about the black woman here. Other women and other races do this too, but they use these things. Hold on one second. They use all of these perks that were given to them by purpose to purposely destroy them by the government. They use them thinking they're benefiting, but now this is what's going to happen. You're a man, right? You're just as, you can do everything we can do, right? You don't need us. You don't need the black man. Black man ain't SHIT. We ain't nothing, right? But it's only that way because they made it that way. They took away opportunities from us. They keep us down. They make it so we can't lift our head. Esau's foot is on the black man's neck because it's supposed to be. We're all Israel. The Negroes scattered to the four corners of the earth are Israel. So now check this out. So now when the world gets more dangerous, people are going to start being more violent. And if you ain't got no man, you want to be just like a man, you can defend yourself like a man, you now are in danger. And that was the goal. Because in actuality, everything is about Israel, the Negro scattered to the four corners of the earth. I keep telling you that. Everything always goes back to destroying us. So if they first destroyed the family structure by taking the man out the house and blew the woman's head up by making her think that she's this whole feminist whole thing trash, that the other woman, of the other pale-faced woman, I don't like saying white and black. I don't like the woman, the pale-faced woman, she was fighting for that because she felt inferior to her man. But she always still had a status and will always be his queen, always just a step below him. She'll always get perks and get what she needs. But she wanted to be able to have control of her body and abort her child and do all these and work and do all these things. And so she tried to spread that mess to other people, other races that did not have the privileges that she has. We'll never in this society have the privileges that she has. So you black women got duped thinking that you were going to receive the same benefits that the pale-faced lady was seeking, right? When you ain't received nothing here. Everything you've ever received in this country was to throw like a little, give you a little stick, like throw a little carrot stick out there and then take it back. Carrot stick, take it back. You think they're doing something good for you, but it's actually something meant to harm you, something to destroy you. But you just walk right into it. I'm getting free stuff. I'm getting free this, and black women. If you're honest with yourself, and a lot of black women that did not, and I'm not saying most black women did this. I'm saying a lot of us did, the majority. I'm just gonna go ahead and say the majority of black women have that mindset. But I'm also saying that you were tricked and duped into having that mindset. Now it's time to understand that this is what has happened, right? And the title of the video. And do you understand this is what's happened? You have to make a change now if you are that person, because you are being led to destruction by the enemy that created this whole system to be this way. Man at the house, you receive most of all the perks and all the finances and all the benefits on purpose to destroy the household, make sure the kids grow up in a single parent home. The kids grow up effeminate. The boys don't know how to control their emotions. They go out there, they're monsters. They don't know how to even talk to nobody. They just be leading with the pipe. You know what I'm talking to, the pipe, and then and you have all of this murder and destruction and chaos, and they did it on purpose, and then the pendulum just continues to swing back and forth. The merry-go-round just keeps on going around and around because you are not looking and seeking wisdom from God, from the Most High, and also just looking at your society and surroundings, using your brain, and I can't keep doing it. So, check this out. But you have in the social media, you'll see a whole bunch of channels. You have to understand, Satan's kingdom is very deceptive, super deceptive. They could be giving you a message from prominent people that you and I know, that are very influential, that you do trust. And they've had messages on their channel that you trust and you like, and you're like, this is a good message. And then, and if I was to watch it, I say, oh, that's a good message. That's actually saying something good. But see, now, when I told you about agendas, I told you about the wheat and the tares. I told you, like, in the end of the days, there'll be a separation. The wheat and the tares grow together, but then God shall then burn the tares, separate the wheat and the tares. They'll grow up. We'll all grow up looking like each other, right? Everybody looks the same. You don't know who's doing good, who's doing bad all the time. We're all doing the same. And then all of a sudden, you'll start to, in the days, which is now, you will start to see the wheat and the tares separate, because then you'll start, oh, that person's wicked. I know that, but because of their actions. Why? Because of their fruits. You'll start seeing that the righteous are going to grow up in righteousness. They're going to become more righteous, more righteous. The wicked are going to get more wicked, more wicked. And then at the time, the Most High God, that certain time, he's going to destroy the wicked, burn them in the fire. You're seeing that now. You're seeing the wicked being judged all over the world right now, falling out from putting the thing in their body. I'm not saying everybody that's wicked took that stuff. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying people are now being judged. It's things, you're not going to have years and years and years to sin anymore like we used to. You could sin for years and years, and then nothing happens to you. You get a job promotion. You get a new wife or a husband. You've been the most sinful person in the world back in the 90s, back in the early 2000s, 2010s and stuff like that. And then nothing would happen to you. But now, people is just, I'm about to say niggas. Niggas is just falling. Niggas is just perishing now, because God is judging. He's done with sin. That time is over. So check this out. The social media people, that's you prominent ones, they're going against black women now. They're saying, oh, here's an example. A woman will be on a channel talking about what black women need to do for her man, what she's been doing wrong. How could they'll show you examples, videos of the black woman saying, oh, I just want a man for money. And if he can't give me the money, then he got to go. You got to be the provider. Oh, if you don't got this much money, I can't be with you. So they're trying to put vitriol. Vitriol means hate, anger, hate, into the hearts of black men. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're trying to put hate in the hearts of other men and other people for black women. They're trying to paint all black women as being the same, even though they may even say in a side note, we're not saying all black women. But think about what I've said to you in the past. I don't make videos all the time, because I believe it has to be inspired by the Most High God. I am not perfect at all. We've already seen videos where I've told you this, and I've told you things I've done and things I've been wrestling with and things God's delivered me from. This is not a push to get any new subscribers. This is just me, real talk right here. Listen to this. These people, they say, oh, well, their side note, we're not talking about all black women. Trust me, we're not saying that. Why did they take the time, knowing that the narrative all over social media, I'm talking about these big social media channels, they're talking about what the black woman is doing, what she needs to do, and what she hasn't done in the household, how she's destroyed the black family, and how she's a gold digger, and she's just after the thug, and she doesn't want a good man, and that's why there's the passport bros, and we want to just get away from the black woman because the black woman ain't nothing. Do you understand that these big channels, they know the environment of social media. They know how many channels are talking about this. So they're just basically feeding the fire and trying to get in the money game, because that gets more clicks. So they would, knowing that message has already been permeated all over YouTube. We know what the black woman has been doing. We know what the black man has been doing, right? But this does not represent all black men and all black women, all black men and black women. But the thing is, these big channels, they're making these videos and taking time to splice together these different segments in that video. They're taking time to write out their script. They're taking times to have all these different people come on and talk about how the black woman did this, the black woman did this, she ain't no good. That's why there's passport bros. They want to get away from the black woman, because they're a part of the dang agenda. At some point, you gotta study to be approved. It don't matter how eloquent they speak. It don't matter how big of a YouTuber they are. It doesn't matter what material that they have shown you in the past. We are being judged day by day by our works. He says to carry your cross daily. If a person was showing you good one day and all of a sudden they just flip out and start being completely opposite, you better check that person. You better test the spirit that maybe Satan got to that person. Maybe Satan got to that person that you always thought was so good and so right and doing the right thing. And then all of a sudden they start switching up, and then you got the satanic message. You feel kind of weird when they're talking now. You're like, this seems like you don't really got a message. You just seem like you just coming after that person. And it doesn't feel, people that serve God know when you know something ain't right in the spirit. You're like, okay, this guy's talking about this too much. This is everywhere. There's not no two sides of the story with you. You're just talking just about this one people. You're just going at this person. So anyways, what they're trying to do, go on, you know what if I'm telling the truth, push one. Have you seen a whole bunch of videos talking about how black women are just bad they're gold diggers. They're not bringing anything into the relationship. They don't want a relationship with a good man. They just want to take from a man. They're the worst type of person on the face of the earth, a woman on the face of the earth. If you've seen that video, push one. If you've seen it from multiple people lately in your search, have a woman just talking about, woman, if you want to keep a man, you got to cook the dinner. You got to know you got to give something too. The thing wrong with black women is they don't want to give nothing. They don't want to give nothing, and they want everything. They want to take from you, and they don't want to give nothing because their mama taught them that it's all about getting the bag. Don't you know it's about getting a bag? Okay, check. I'm joking right now. But you know that's what you've been hearing. So it's an agenda. That means everyone is doing it. So this is what happens. Let me get off of that. When you do that, you create hate in the people's hearts and in men. Black men, for one, because black men are supposed to be with black women. I am one of those people that say racists should stick with their own race. I want a black wife, a black woman with the Holy Spirit that serves the Most High God, that will walk with me in this path and be my helpmate, and we serve him in spirit and truth and do our thing in this world. That's what I want. And that's what I would say every black man should want that as well. I don't support having going outside our race. I don't support that. That we need to have a strong foundation. And that's a strong home. And the way you can have that is to have a woman that you identify with, that's with you. And the Bible tells us that we're not supposed to marry outside to other nations anyway. But check this out. They want to put hate in the black man's heart for the black woman. They know the black woman's about to be alone. When everything hits the fan and the economy falls and the woman's alone and she ain't got nothing but a whole bunch of kids and now she got to fend for herself. And then they're showing you women getting hit in the head with bricks and all these things. They're showing you, they're preparing you for what their whole plan was in the first place. We wanted to get you alone, black woman. We just wanted you to be alone. So that, because we hate you and your black man. We know that you are our destruction. See, on this channel, I get to the Bible. We are Esau. You are Jacob. We rule now. You rule later. We don't want you to rule later. If you rule, that means we are not ruling. That means we're destroyed. That means we're going to pay for the sins of our forefathers. That means we're going to be the tail and not the head. That means that we are going to be judged. So we have to destroy you. But no, we're smart. So we're not going to tell you what we're doing. We're going to do it by proxy. That means we're going to do things create all sorts of problems and issues all over the world. But it's all aimed for you. In the end, to destroy you. And I know that's kind of a hard concept for a lot of people to understand, that everything that goes on in this world is really about destroying the children of God, which is Negroes scattered in the four corners of the earth. But if you read the Bible, and once but you will know later. I'll just say that. You will know, because it's just the word of God. It's the truth, right? So black woman is being set up to be destroyed. And she's being set up to be alone. She's being set up to be completely alone when this world falls apart. So you're going to see these different channels, social media channels. They're going to do everything they can to show all the faults of the black woman. Have people come on, even the black women themselves are going to make videos against themselves. That's the videos you've been seeing. Black women making videos against themselves. A prominent black woman on a social media channel, with many of them now, they'll be talking about what the black woman don't do. Or the black woman, you guys need to be kind to your man. You need to do this for your man. You've been going out there choosing these thugs and these pimps and players and pimps, and they don't have nothing going for them. And then you think you can go and get a man that has a 6-figure paycheck and all this stuff. See, and it's a black woman saying it. So it's just like, check this out. It's just like the Sambo stuff. It's just like they got us so messed up. Israel is just so, it's like the house slave stuff. You got the house nigga, and then you got the niggas in the field. And then that house nigga will do anything to make sure that he gets the zoom zooms and wham whams and sleeps in the bed in master's house. It's just the slave thing again. Basically, turn them against each other and don't look at us. Anyways, watch out for the social media channels. You should turn it off. You should put in their comment section. Why you keep talking about this? Write in their comment section. Why you keep talking about this? I mean, what's your goal? Are you trying to help us by telling us our flaws? Or are you trying to just benefit off of us and make money off of our issues and the problems we have with no remedy? You don't give us a remedy. You just tell us everything that's wrong with us. You just tell us the black woman hates us and she thinks she's better than us and she has no use for us and we're not desirable to her and she hates us. Why are you doing that? You're trying to destroy the possible union between us. That's what you are doing. At some point, this whole narrative has to change. See, they go from cycle to cycle to cycle. Next thing, it'll be on a black man. Next thing, the cycle will be off the black man, the black woman. Then it'll be on the black man. If you notice, last 20 years, 25 years, it's all going against the black man. Black man ain't ish. Black man ain't got a job. Black man is this. Black man, for years and years. And then now the feminist movement came. Now, we're living in the time where the women have what they pretty much want. No one has what they want, but it's like they're at the head now. They're at the head, but now they're tearing down the woman. Now they're going to push the man back up a little bit and make the black man's, oh yeah, these women got these problems. We understand you. They're taking advantage of the child care system. That you're paying all this money for child support and they shouldn't be able to do that. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to take away the finances. This is what's about to happen. We'll take away the benefits that the woman gets for having all these kids. So she won't be able to have all these kids anymore and get all this money. Oh, that food money. She's not going to be able to have all that food anymore. They set it up. They got you with all these kids. Now they're about to take away the benefits they gave you. They taught you to live that way. You wanted to live any way you wanted to because it was based off of your lack of relationship with Christ. So you lived as the world and you wanted what the world had. You wanted what the massa and all the other nations had, black woman. And then you went out and you got the things that you felt like you needed to be able to be a player in this world. Education and all these things. And I'm not going against that. Get your education. Do that thing, right? But understand how you got it and why you got it. You didn't get it because you was just somebody that they valued or cared about. You got it because they had an agenda to destroy the black family. Get the man out. Don't give him the opportunities. Make everything so hard for this dude where he can't rise to that level, right? And then all of a sudden, once he's just deplored and his mind is just corrupted and chaos, every time I try to do something, nothing works. It seems like everything's against me. And then he tells somebody, oh, you're just not working hard enough. Lift yourself up by your bootstraps when what he's saying is really true. And everybody knows it too. Everybody's gaslighting everybody. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But then the guy gives up and he's in the ghetto. Now he's doing the gangs. Now he's doing this, going to jail because now they put him in the prison pipeline. Now he goes to school and they don't give him any respect. They look down on him. They put him in different LD, learning disability classes because they're always throwing him in the office. He can't ever stay long enough in the classroom. He ain't learning nothing because they're always setting him up, making it so he's not having these opportunities, right? From the childhood age up. And then all of a sudden he drops out of school and he gets out in the streets and then that whole pattern. Dude, we are in Babylon. We are in bondage. So I'm trying to tell you, there's social media. They're trying to tear us further apart. Now they got the woman where she wants. Your benefits are getting ready to go. Your benefits are going. They're about to get ready to cut off all the EBT. They're cutting off all the Section 8. They're cutting all, and I'm pretty sure the Section 8, people ain't getting it like they used to. They're cutting off all the money that they give you for tax rebates and stuff from having kids and all this stuff. All that's going away. Now you're going to want the black man. So I would just say right now, better kiss and make up because pretty soon if you don't, you're gonna be actually truly viewed as that man you always wanted to be. And they will treat you like that man you always wanted to be. And when they do it, don't come crying. Don't come crying because it's going to happen. So if you're that type of person, I'll do what I want. Independent woman. I don't need no man. Blah, blah. You won't need a man for the time being. And then very soon, you're going to need a man more than you ever needed a man in your life. Trust me, this system, God will flip this system. He will correct. I'm sorry, I just got on working out and it's hot. He will correct this system. This system will be corrected. The women will act right again. The men will act right again. This is not, who would want something out here? Who in the world wants something to do with somebody out here? Like I told you, I do. Like everybody wants that woman, and every man wants that woman, wants that man that's actually, I'm talking about people that serve God, right? Seek God. People are not, I'm not talking about the people that just want to go to the club and just have these little foolish, frivolous relationships where they just have these experiences, instant gratification and getting spirits in them and all kind of evil. They don't have no knowledge about spiritual things or God or nothing. I'm talking about real adults. I'm talking about people that are serving the Most High God the best they can. We want husbands and wives. We want children, right? But I don't even know about having children in this world. You know what I'm saying? But maybe that woman and that husband, you know, that woman and that wife and that husband, right? I mean, we want those things. People want those things. So, but it's hard to look out here and say, man, it's hard to even, because you don't know who's who. You don't know. Everybody's the same. Everybody looks. Anyways, anyway, blessings to you. Made this video for y'all. I was gonna go home, but I told you I was gonna make another video. My next video though is gonna be Project 2025. It's gonna be a video, not a live. It's gonna be actual research and music and, you know, cut scenes and all this stuff, because I feel that is very, very, since it's so close to happening, I'm gonna do a lot of research on that, and I'm gonna put together the best I can, a really good presentation. It's gonna take a little time to do it, maybe 2-3 days, something like that. Maybe, yeah, probably 3-4 days, 2-3 days. So I'll be maybe making other videos, y'all willing, lives, but then the next video is going to be Project 2025. So turn on your notifications, and when you see the video come up, you know, blessings to you. I hope you watch it and get something from it that's going to benefit you, your life, and give you understanding of what is to come, because Project 2025 is amazing. It is crazy what they're about to do. And it's going to happen so soon. And it has something to do with the they did in 2020, right? It's the effects of what they did when they, trust me, it's going to be good. So anyways, if you'd like to donate to the channel, you could donate by Cash App. It's $ Judah J Talks 144. So that's $ JUDAHJTALKS 144. All right. All right. So until next time, y'all, blessings to you. I pray for you. Pray, Father, that He'll bring you into His fold. If you don't know Christ, the Father, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, sent His Son, Yahushua Mashiach, to die for you. At Calvary, He rose on the third day. He shed His blood for you, for us all. And He saved us. If you believe and you turn and obey Him. You don't love Him if you don't obey Him. So you turn, you obey, you seek Him, and you serve Him, right? Depart from evil, resist the devil, he'll flee, right? Seek ye first the kingdom of Yah and His righteousness, and all things will be added into you. So anyways, until next time, blessings to you, and shalom.